What's good everyone, it's Smudgy here. Let's talk about the M1916, how to get it gold as painlessly as possible. It's a decent marksman rifle, tactical rifle, I can't remember what they're called in this game. Nothing really too concerning, I'd say. It didn't take long to get gold. It wasn't difficult, there was nothing horrendous about it. There's perhaps one challenge that will annoy people, but there's nothing overwhelmingly difficult. I did all of it in hardcore ship house with the exception of the long shots because I just couldn't stand the grenade spam in Das house to do them, so I just hopped over into hardcore hardpoint and domination to do the long shots. With the exception, everything else was done in hardcore ship house. That's pretty much all you need to know, so let's just jump into the challenges themselves. First up, 100 eliminations, super easy, you should have no issues doing this. And then you have 50 headshots. Again, you shouldn't have any issues doing this. You can not worry about them. You're going to have to do another lot later on in the attachment specific anyway, so there's nothing really to kind of focus on here. You'll probably pick up a fair few just through natural gameplay anyway. And then we have 100 multi-kills. Again, nothing to worry about. The full auto barrel, which was on the class setup I showed you at the start of the video, is probably the best way to do this if you're really struggling, but even then with a single fire barrel it's perfectly capable of picking them up, especially in hardcore. Then you have 100 prone kills. This challenge is more annoying than anything else. You just have to remember to actually lie down. Das house can be a bit tricky for this. I found shipment easier, funnily enough, but it's just sort of a case of remembering to actually lie down when you're shooting people. And then we have 50 long range kills. Pretty easy. You could probably do this in core without too many issues. I did it in hardcore, hardpoint, domination, off you go. And it should be relatively easy to do. Then you have 100 close range kills, so back into ship house you go, hardcore of course, and you should rattle through these pretty quickly, especially with the full auto attachment on. Obviously it's not going to outgun something like an SMG, and if you are sprinting into someone they will probably gun you down, but it's close quarters enough in there that, as long as you're not trying to use it like an SMG, you should be perfectly fine. And then we have 100 kills while holding your breath. Pretty easy. I used the 3.5 times rifle scope because you can hold your breath with it, and then it's just a case of making sure you're actually holding your breath when you fire at the gun. I know it sounds simple, but so many people don't do it and then wonder why they're not tracking the challenge. Make sure you're holding your damn breath. You can hold your breath for a decent amount of time with this. You can put on I can't remember what it's called, it's like the deep breath proficiency or whatever it is to extend that time as well if you're really struggling. But it's not too bad, it's just annoying. Then we have 100 quickscope kills with the 495 short barrel, removed stock and quickscope proficiency. I found this kind of annoying. It just wasn't a gun that lent itself particularly well to quickscoping because it's not built to do that. I used the 2.5 times scope on it. You can use literally whatever you want. You can use iron sights if you're desperate, and it's just a case of making sure you are aware of your surroundings, and as soon as you know an enemy is going to walk through an area you're looking at, scope in and fire pretty much at the same time and you should be good to go. 100 of them are pretty annoying. It's just not a nice way to play with this gun. Then again, I'm just not a fan of tactical rifles anyway. Then we have 50 headshots with the custom barrel, the reinforced stock and shrouded proficiency. Pretty easy. They're headshots. I found it easier to do in shipment over Das house. Das house is a bit too chaotic despite shipment being the smaller map. It's the sort of thing where if you can get 5 headshots a game, you'll be done in 10 games, which sounds like quite a lot. And some games you'll walk away with like 15 headshots and some games you walk away with like 3. A lot of it is a case of taking an extra second to drag your scope up. A lot of it is a case of positioning yourself so you are shooting people in the back and so you get that chance to drag your scope up. It's just one of those things you have to grind out. Of course, if you're seeing AFK players or players that aren't paying attention, take that extra second just to shoot them in the head instead of just, spamming the trigger and getting the kill as quickly as possible. And finally, 150 kills while aiming down sights with the 5.32 full auto barrel, the 40 round mags, and ZP M502 custom stock. Super easy. It's one of the better attachment specific challenges I think we've seen, is just aiming down sights and killing 150 people. It really is as simple as that. and after that you will have it gold. It's not a bad gun, it's not my favourite, I probably won't touch it again unless it becomes, you know, like ridiculously OP out of nowhere. It's just a gun, doesn't really add much to the game in my opinion, but it's gold. There is the gold guide. If I've missed anything out, if you're unsure about anything, drop a comment, I'll do my best to answer it. As always, I hope you have a good day and I'll see you next time. Bye.